Imagine, for just 1 second, every single human on Earth agreed to do the exact same thing. Not voting, not singing, not even breathing in unison, but jumping. At the very same moment, billions of people, scattered across cities, deserts, mountains, and islands, all bent their knees and launched themselves into the air. It sounds ridiculous at first, like a harmless thought experiment, but the instant it happened, the planet itself noticed. The ground shuddered, not from an earthquake, but from the sudden absence of billions of bodies pushing down on it. For a split second, Earth felt lighter, as if humanity had stopped pressing against its crust. Then came the return. Billions of feet struck the ground in unison, sending a shockwave through the crust, reverberating across continents. Windows shattered, birds were thrown off their flight paths, the ocean rippled with waves that didn't come from the wind, but from the synchronized stomp of humanity. At first, governments dismissed it as harmless. Seismographs spiked, yes, but nothing catastrophic. Some even laughed about it, calling it the biggest jump in history. Social media exploded with memes. People replayed the footage of stadiums filled with jumping crowds, city squares trembling like they were alive. For a brief moment, humanity celebrated the unity of such an absurd experiment, but beneath the surface, Earth was already reacting. The synchronized jump had done something unusual. The impact wasn't evenly spread. Certain tectonic plates absorbed more of the shock than others, and a chain reaction began deep underground. Pressure that had been stable for centuries suddenly shifted. Fault lines that had lain dormant began to crack. Entire regions, thousands of miles away from where the largest crowds had gathered, started to rumble. At first, it was just tremors, but then, something far stranger emerged. Scientists noticed that Earth's orbit had shifted minutely, almost imperceptibly. The collective jump, though laughably small compared to the planet's mass, had transferred energy in just the right way to alter its delicate balance. Satellites reported that day length had changed by fractions of a millisecond, and tidal patterns no longer matched their predictions. The moon's gravitational pull tugged differently now, straining the oceans against the coasts in ways humanity had never prepared for. Within days, bizarre things began happening. Animals panicked without reason, migrating in strange directions. The magnetic field flickered, causing compasses to spin aimlessly. Strange auroras appeared over cities nowhere near the poles, painting the skies blood red and electric green. And then came the silence. Across the world, seismologists reported a strange phenomenon. The Earth's hum had changed. Normally, our planet vibrates at a constant, low-level frequency, a natural resonance of its molten core and shifting plates. But after the jump, that hum deepened, as though something beneath us had stirred. Some claimed it sounded like a heartbeat, slow and steady, pulsing from deep within. Panic spread. Conspiracy theories exploded online. Some said humanity had woken something buried within Earth, an ancient force that slumbered until we struck the ground in unison. Others argued we had simply disrupted natural balance and doomed ourselves to geological chaos. But the most chilling explanation came from a group of astrophysicists. They revealed that the timing of the global jump had been unnatural. The day chosen for the event had coincided perfectly with a gravitational alignment of the Earth, Moon, and Sun, a rare occurrence that magnified the effect. On its own, humanity's jump should have been meaningless, but in that exact cosmic moment, the tiniest push was enough to set off a cascade. Earth wasn't just trembling from our weight, it was falling ever so slightly out of step with the rest of the solar system. Weeks later, as the aftershocks continued, the skies themselves began to shift. The constellations no longer aligned as they had for millennia. Astronomers sounded alarms. Earth's tilt was changing, not fast enough to notice in daily life, but quickly enough that within a single generation, climates would warp beyond recognition. Deserts would drown in rain, frozen tundras would thaw, tropical regions would wither into wastelands. And then came the twist no one expected. As scientists mapped the anomalies, they realized Earth wasn't simply tilting or trembling, it was moving toward something. A faint gravitational pull, as if another object, hidden until now, had begun tugging at our world. Some whispered it was a rogue planet, long drifting through space, now caught in our altered trajectory. Others wondered if the synchronized jump had been less an accident and more a trigger, like a key turning in a lock. No one knows what lies ahead. Was humanity's greatest act of unity also its greatest mistake? Did we unknowingly push Earth onto a collision course with something waiting in the dark? Or was it never about physics at all? Was the world itself alive? And did we finally make it aware of us? What is certain is that humanity will never jump together again, not because we can't, but because we fear what might answer if we do.